Alright, so I kind of had to speed run through the game, making the same decisions I made before. So, we're here. We saved our game. Um, we basically made all the exact same choices we did before. That was a legitimate Empire, but it's weird because it said I was running on Windows 8, which I am very clearly not. I'm on Windows 10. Um, anyway, it's a really weird Empire. I hope it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. This series is going up on YouTube. The first episode's already uploaded, so whoops. We'll try to figure out like a solution to getting Empires, and we'll finish this game up at some other time if worse comes to worse. But yeah, for now we're basically at the end again. Um, I've saved, I found all the fireflies, I clicked on all the things. I think I'm just doing a quick little discount double check. I did the same dialogue option on the computer. I'm going to do two things here. First, we're going to try to get the ending we just got, and then apparently there's like secret endings and stuff. And like I said, I saved at the end after I made all my choices. So, without a further ado, let us continue. So, finish searching. We've read this part already, so I'm not gonna reread it. I want to just try to get to the normal ending. Alright, the credits are rolling this time. Woo! I think. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of my room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself up in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes appeared in the most unexpected places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were all hanging over me, hissing. It was horrible. And, well, deserved, I guess? I felt like I was caught in the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess I like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them, and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I... Still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh! And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So, what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to and realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. You won't get it. This is the apparently normal ending. Like I said, I had that Renpire, I looked up on the internet a bunch of things, and I got a bunch of there's a bunch of endings, which we'll go through. I did the same thing when I played Omori, which I might play through again on the channel, just to, if people like the visual novel type stuff, and Omori is a great RPG that deserves more attention. So, I might give that one a playthrough too. But yeah, I did the same thing when I played Omori. I went through, did all the endings. So I'm gonna go through and do all the endings on this channel. This will be the ending episode, I guess. And yeah. There'll be brief moments of no recording because I assume I'm gonna have to close the game in order to like relaunch it. And like maybe I'll have to speed run through the game and make different choices. I don't know. I don't know how to get to all the endings, but I'll find out. Anyway. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that? It's just a name, bro. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that, and striking a victory pose. No way I'm doing that, which I assume is actually just a peace sign, by the way, victory pose. Like I said, this is a translation, so we'll never know. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, ladness, and silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Are we going, or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground beneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Or is it And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign in his hand that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes." Uh-oh. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is from the first game. After another round of going across a long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Jessica lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can neither hear the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards him. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Triska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn the corner, Triska calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again! Suddenly, Triska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth in my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people like that is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Sniff. Who, me? Triska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I met Triska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that formed after Triska. I squeeze through to him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniff. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Triska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a retard, too. Whoa! But... You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier. Much highly value that's needed, even counting in all the stupid fees. Then, grabbing the bag of milk, turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Triska. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward the gas station. There, Triska finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face, a light flickering his eyes for a brief moment, and then it goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new, playful light flickers in Triska's eyes. Milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. A game by Nikita Kruyov. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, based on the guides I'm looking at, my save file is gonna be kind of whack. Alright, so there's a phone here, by the way, that I didn't notice. What's this? Don't know what collecting that does. Based on what I'm reading, it does absolutely nothing, so I want to know what that is. Alright, so if I do finish searching, and then we get to our, you know, blah 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 blah, we've been here. Alright. Okay, then you go here. There's no way someone cares about you that much. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? Oh wow. That's a cool apartment complex. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes in its walls. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent screams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point, it circled around and closed in on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing. I let my legs hang down. I sink short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with an angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. It's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all? You're believing in this as the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust, blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like it when this happens. I want to remember certain things, only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise. And I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind, from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine following into this. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. I had had a friend online. My best friend. Even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combinations of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short? I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about these rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make a mistake. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts. And I end up in the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to logic, it'd be better for you to just keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream, on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's just a piece of cloth. Thin cloth, even. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Hahaha. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video game generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, every ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes, directed at me. And now, they watch me from the screens, too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only... My body finally crashes to the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces, like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room, thankful it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you gonna do? What's with this silly question? I'm gonna sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or decade. And yada yada. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud. Okay. So this is the end again. I'm gonna see if anything changes. I don't think it does. Yeah, I think it's the same end sequence. Yeah, these are the same things. So... Okay, we're going back to this. This is a brief recording just in the interlude because I didn't actually record a section that explains what I'm doing. So I went back, replayed the game, made sure I didn't get certain death scenes or whatever, and made sure I got different endings. So this next sequence will just be me going through a bunch of different endings. The other endings of the game. 100%ing it, finishing out the videos, you know. We gotta do it. So, That's what you're seeing here. And yeah, there was no clean cut in my recording because my dumb self forgot to mention what I was doing. So here's a segment to do that. Yeah. Focus on something actually important. This ending should be different. Yeah, it is. Cool. We got a different ending. I wake up, lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. I hug my knees and wrap myself in a sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with each passing second. Somebody, or something, is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way? In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then, it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at this point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst the endless darkness, and only the door is watching me, with its eye. I kept purposely avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out toward it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward, my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch-black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door. It's like some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab at the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away, and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door. Stupid nasty cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I find that all the despair that I had bottled up, I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No, 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 no. I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared that I end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice. Oh, wait, I thought she was talking to coming from the other side of the door. I'm here. Come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush toward the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for a minute, then 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us haven't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of my strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first into the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody help! The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, the silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you! I try to reply, but a stifled whimper comes out of my mouth, throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes. I stand up from my... And that's the moment I realized my microphone was a tick lower than it should be. This whole recording might be ruined. Oh dear God. I stand up from my knees despite coming to a cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for a rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out a heavy, ragged breath and reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hours, I barely scratch a handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all of my strength into one final jump. No! Go away! I firmly grasp a handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in the grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds. And I'm pretty sure full of colors, too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of the night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference, though? I stopped recording for some reason. Whoops. The wind howls. It's clearly upset. But what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from very far away. A wolf or somebody else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Ooh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where's the sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but I got an instant reply. Ooh. Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Ooh. Hey, where are you? Ooh. I can't understand where should I run and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt? The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in that direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just, there's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The screams turned into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere, very far away, among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette. Just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you! The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream. It's more like a whisper or a wheeze. Ooh. Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree? I walk away, disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. A feeling of panic and unexplainable dread grow over me. Inside of me, goddamn, I can't read. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sounds reaching my ears become even stranger, louder, and more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least, I think so. Ooh! The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively, and for some reason, try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty, crackling rustle. Ooh! I've heard enough. Had enough. Whoops. I spring up. The silhouette is still there. Still the same distance as before. It's standing there without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know? Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and it starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by new sounds, wheezes, and moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky and the field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Ooh! I run so fast the grass turns into a dark green and mush underneath my feet. I slip and fall and run again. Hmm. Ooh. No, 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 no. Oh. No! Go away! An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound, and the darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. And that's the other ending. There's still 3 more. And apparently reading through that took me a very fucking long time. So alright, so I was looking at it, and this video actually ends up being an hour long. Because the endings are fairly long and I read through them and I look at the visuals. Not that there's a ton of crazy stuff happening, obviously, but I still do. So my idea here is I'm going to split it up into 2 videos. This will be Monday's video, and the final video will be tomorrow for the series. So get ready for that. It's going to be epic. It's just going to be me reacting to the rest of the endings. But I'm splitting this video into 2 parts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know not a lot of people watch it to the end, and probably as soon as you hear my voice start talking and no more gameplay, you definitely cut out. But if you're still here, like and subscribe, smash that bell notification button, and yeah, leave a comment down below saying fucking, I don't know, ending screen gang or something. Have a good one. Love you all.